It would be silent until March 12th, when a young 19-year-old student vanished walking to a concert in Olympia, Washington. Ted later claimed her body, like his last victim, was dumped at Taylor Mountain. However, her body has never been found. From April 7th to June 1st, 3 more women would vanish between Washington State and Oregon, later to be found at Taylor Mountain, like the last 2 victims. Their skulls, as well as other parts, helped authorities to give faces back to them. Between June 11th and July 14th, Ted became bolder, and the next 3 women, having abducted one of them in broad daylight and another girl just 4 hours later. These 3 women, unlike his last victims, were dumped in Escondido during the span of October 2nd through November 8th. Ted ventured to new hunting grounds floating between Utah, Colorado, and Idaho, where another 5 victims would die by his hand. Only one of these women would actually make it to escape and flee. By January 12, 1975, Ted remained in his new grounds, preying upon young women. As many know, he would assault, strangle, sexually assault, and at times commit acts of necrophilia. It's even been said that he would keep pieces of his victims to enjoy and keep them until they were rotting and with maggots were pouring from the decayed flesh. From the beginning of 1975 through the summer during the month of June 5, more women would be abducted by Ted. Only one was later found dead, 36 days after her death on a dirt road. The other women's bodies have never been found, even to this day. On August 16, 1975, Ted was arrested by a Utah Highway Patrol officer, where he had noticed him fleeing after seeing his patrol vehicle. The officer searched the car after he noticed that the Volkswagen from the front passenger seat had been removed and placed in the back. While searching, he found a ski mask, a second mask fashioned from pantyhose, a crowbar, handcuffs, trash bags, a coil of rope, an ice pack, and other items. However, another officer remembered the description of the vehicle from an attempted kidnapping, and Ted was arrested on March 1st, 1976. He was charged with the kidnapping as well as a suspect in one of the Utah murders and sent to Utah to stand trial. By June 7, 1977, Ted would escape from prison for the first time. After 6 days on the run, he was captured. However, the next few times he escaped wouldn't be like the first. During 1978, when he escaped for the 3rd time, he would attack 4 women in a sorority house and another woman a few blocks away. 2 of the 5 women would die from his brutal attack. On February 9, 1978, Ted would claim his final victim, who was a 12-year-old girl. Her body was found strangled to death in April of 1978. From June 1979 to January 1980, Ted would act on his own as his attorney in the double homicide case for the 2 women he killed in Tallahassee, Florida. at the sorority house, as well as the young girl. In both cases, he was found guilty and sentenced to death by electrocution. Ted Bundy's trial was a media sensation at the time, and the first look into the courtroom for the world to see. The judge, while impressed with his legal skills as a lawyer, did not show leniency, though. During Ted's time in jail, he began a relationship with a woman and a daughter with her in 1981. But their marriage ended in 1986, and she left Florida with the couple's daughter and her son from another relationship. Ted's final interview was something many journalists sought after, hoping to speak with him, and the day before his death, he did an interview talking about how he dove into the violence and pornography and the material that had started him on the path. The interview can be watched online. During many of his interviews, he can be seen smiling, laughing, and charming. His interviewers, but not in this one. On January 24th, 1989, at 7:06 a.m., Ted Bundy was electrocuted. He was cremated in Gainesville, and his ashes scattered at an undisclosed location in Washington state. In accordance with his will, many people have had a strange fascination with Ted Bundy, something that for many years to this day cannot be explained. Was it his charm, his smile, or a strange fascination that even the most normal of us can be monsters beneath the surface? Thank you all so much for listening. If you have any recommendations, please feel free to comment or contact me. I'm on all social media, and they are linked in this page. Please feel free to leave a like and a rate and review if you enjoyed the show. I'd love to hear from you all, as well as your thoughts on the case. Please be respectful to the parties involved, and until next time, take care.